love my wife, she's amazing. She has gone around the world teaching people in foreign countries how to petition their government, former communist countries, Vietnam, Burkina Faso, Ethiopia. And this is what she teaches them. A problem exists, policymakers assess the problem, they evaluate, they make a decision, and then they implement that policy, and then they evaluate that policy. That is garbage. That is garbage. That is not how policy works, at least not here. While I studied politics for many years, there was one single model of policy development that made any sense. It was called the garbage can model. The way the garbage can model works is it just has problems, solutions, participants in the garbage can. And there's no logical way to assess how these things are going to fit together, just like in a garbage can. It's your coffee grounds, your banana, your can, it all just gets stuck together, and there's no real way to predict how that's going to happen. A guy by the name of John Kingdon came this up, and after working in this industry for 25 years doing policymaking, this is the only thing that made sense. So what we have here is a whole bunch of people making decisions for your industry who may not actually represent your industry. And that's what Aaron wanted me to come in to talk about today. So how do we get here? We know what people generally think of when they say right to repair, but that's not actually what's in these bills. And what you have is a whole bunch of people who do not represent you telling policymakers what you need. And why is that happening? Because of the garbage can. The garbage can doesn't necessarily even start with a problem. It can start with participants. It can start with a solution. Think about that. Someone has a solution, and then they go find the problem that it can fit to fix. And that's what's happening today. And it's a lot of people are getting paid a lot of money to do that. The garbage can also start with participants. These are the people that are pushing the Repair Act. You got the aftermarket part manufacturers and distributors, ABPA, Kappa, LKQ, Diamond Standard. Somehow I forgot AutoZone, but their logo's up there. The part platforms, the insurers, and then APCIA, who's sort of my counterpart in DC. These aren't repairers. They don't do repairs. And to be clear, like, you don't have to be a genius to know what it is that they are pushing. It's real small writing, so I will read it for you. The first bullet on the description of their bill says it guarantees vehicle owners can get their parts, tools, and information they need to choose aftermarket parts. This is not about proper repair. This is not about making sure you get paid for proper repairs. This is not about OEM repair procedures. This is learning nothing from the Sebastian case. This is about choosing more aftermarket parts. So what should you do about it? Trust but verify. Famous Ronald Reagan quote. Everything I've just said, don't believe me. Don't take my word for it. When you read an ad, an article, a banner ad, something pops up on your phone while you're here, ask who's paying for this? Who's putting it out there? What are their motivations for doing so? Get involved. I won't go into this. Jill already covered this great, but there are a lot of great state associations that are doing great work, and they actually represent repairers. SCRS, all of its affiliates that Jill had up on the slide, AASP, ASA, they're all out there working on behalf of repairers and actually are repairers. And finally, educate and advocate, and Jill got into this as well. Invite your legislators to your shops. Talk about your business with them. You know, they want to know about you. They want to know about their constituents. Explain your challenges servicing your customers. Because understand, there are people out there who are telling them what you need if you're not out there in front of them. Before I even read this quote, I just want to note that Aaron found this quote. This was not me saying, hey, I've been reading Plato and just want to note this. But Aaron did come up with this. If you do not take an interest in the affairs of your government, then you're doomed to live under the rule of fools. Plato and Aaron. I mean, this is the whole thing. If you're not out there talking to your legislators, understand the other side is. And that is, that's the whole ballgame. Everyone else here who was talking about how to play the game better, this is talking about changing the game. This is talking about changing the rules that govern the insurers and how they treat you and how they pay you. This, and I thought the analogy earlier of like, are the better shops engaged, or are the shops better because they engage? It doesn't matter. This is what it all comes down to. You know, it is just really a matter of, if you don't get in there and talk to them, someone else is going to. Thank you.